Once upon a time, a long time ago, begins the story of a baby that most of you should know. His daddy's name was Joseph, and Mary was his mom.
This babe was so special, he was God's only son.
Some angels came to heaven and they began to sing. To the shepherds, glad tidings do we bring. A bright starlit a bright star lit into the heavens to light the Magi's way to the baby in the manger who was born on Christmas Day. And all who gathered around him rejoiced and praised his birth. Babe, the King on earth, yes, the Savior here on earth. Birthday, baby Jesus. Even when your birthday's through, all we long will remember. Precious gifts we get from you. We sing fa la la la, fa la la la, on Christmas Day. So much joy our way. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We
now and let's take a peek in an old story that you thought you already knew. But I'm sure there'll be some things you'll be surprised to hear. It may change some things for you, like who you're celebrating for Christmas and who rules and reigns in your life. It's Bethlehem. 2,000 years ago, a child has been born. His name is Jesus. Most people were thrilled to hear the news, but some weren't so thrilled. One of them is a king. His name is Herod. Step back in time, 2,000 years. You'll be surprised by what you hear.
Herod is reigning and he is complaining. He's angry as angry can be. So let's step back in his story. Come with me.
I am Herod, the ruler. Need I say any more? I'm the king, a fact he can't ignore. The nerve of these wise men who stand here in my courts and ask me where that baby would be born. They followed a star on their journey. They thought a star would lead to their king. Ha ha, how dare they stand in my presence? Someone go find them for me!
Herod, calm down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea.
But they've got something up their sleeves. Bring them to me. Right now, I'll find those three wise men. They'll be trembling with fear. I'm the king. I thought I made that clear.
But Herod, poor Herod, was raging mad for sure. His royal highness was so insecure.
I told them to return to me. And that was my word, my decree. I told them I wanted to worship.
But we know he's lying through his teeth. Herod, calm down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea.
But they're acting suspiciously. Bring them to me.
He's from the FBI.
Sherlock, find those guys.
To please his majesty.
Bring them to me.
Herod, calm down and count to 10. Herod, slow down, stop jumping ahead. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men could not hurt a flea.
But they're acting suspiciously. Bring them to me. Bring them to me.
He'll solve this case. No time to waste. There's really no reason, your majesty, listen. Those wise men won't change history unless the
Baby could actually be the King of Kings. Bring them to me.
See, I told you King Herod was mad.
But not me. Harry called me to get the bottom of this mystery and find out some information on this baby. See, I'm Sherlock Watson, chief analyst for the FBI. That's for Bethlehem Investigations. Yes, Judas Finance. Never lost a case, and I don't plan to lose this one. So being the investigation I was trained to be, I did two obvious things. I went and got a donut and head straight over to the Bethlehem Public Library. Did a little snooping around.
Sherlock thought he might be in just a little bit of trouble.
What I've got myself into. First rule of investigation. Find the source of the note. I found one. But this one may be the Holy Scripture. I may be over my head. So I ran a little back on this baby and found out he might be the King of the Jews.
Take a look inside God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, we believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Take a look inside God's holy word. Look at the facts and not what you heard. If God said it, we believe it. Investigate and see. There's proof in the scriptures. He's heaven's royalty. Sherlock studied in the library. He found out the baby's ancestry. God fulfilled all the prophecies. The scripture said he was the king indeed.
So Sherlock was afraid that.
I'm afraid of nothing.
So Sherlock thought.
I don't think I know.
Okay. So Sherlock knows that Herod's not gonna like this.
Excuse me, miss.
Shh, lower your voice.
Excuse me, miss.
Not lower, I mean quieter. This is a library.
I'm on a huge case.
A huge case of what? The measles, the flu, as loud as you speak out, which was laryngitis.
I mean on a case. FBI.
FBI? Now you're shushing me?
I'm on a case for the big guy.
The big guy?
You know, the main most man in town, the sassy sovereign.
Who?
Herod!
Oh, right. So what can I do for his real craziness?
Well, I'm investigating the birth of a child that took place here in Bethlehem.
Which one? There are a lot of children born in Bethlehem.
Yes, but this child was supposed to be the king of the Jews.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. There was an article in the Bethlehem Star a couple years ago about that. Why don't we step over to the computer lab and search for it?
Okay, now we're talking.
Shh, lower.
Okay.
Okay, here's the article.
And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks by night. Wow, can you send me this article?
Do you want me? Of course. You want me to email and fax it too?
Just the facts, ma'am. Hey, how did the shepherds find about this baby anyways?
Elementary, my dear Watson. We were minding our own business, tending sheep, while all the world around us was fast asleep.
Suddenly the heavens lit up the sky. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night.
We were shocked and we were shaken from head to toe. What we were seeing, folks, we did not know.
The angel said, "Fear not," to our delight. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night.
And the angels had good news for us to hear.
We listened to the message loud and clear.
They came to us.
We all wondered why. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. It was fabulous, unbelievable. It was marvelous, inconceivable. So spectacular, the star that filled the sky with light. Unforgettable, incredible, not so silent night. Today a Savior has been born. He is Christ the Lord.
K. I wonder why the angels appeared to the shepherds and not to me.
Because they didn't want to get shushed.
All right. I'm out of here.
I've got sheep to tend.
Angels. This article says them up. Angels. New Google search. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. And the angel of the glory of the Lord shone around them. And they were terrified. But the angel said to them,
Fear not! What part of fear not do you not understand?
Exactly what part?
What part of shh?
everybody stop. I'm going to tell one sundial revolution, get all these facts about this baby, and find out exactly why those wise men not returned to Herod.
We know.
You do? Then tell me.
It was so exciting. We finally got our orders to break through the sky. Oh, what great news that would change the world.
When the little baby boy was born, children to me, for our was born, in the nation of the King. When the little baby was born, many shepherds came, and on that Christmas morn, how the herald angels sang. The little baby boy was born in Bethlehem, born to live and die, and then to rise again. He was born to answer heaven's call, born to save us all. He was born to save us all. When the little baby boy was born, did they know right then he'd wear a crown of thorns and would give them all the living was born? When the little baby boy was born, it's clear to see that Jesus Christ our Lord was the mighty King of Kings. When the little baby boy was born, little baby boy was born in Bethlehem, born to live and die, and then to rise again. He was born to answer heaven's call, born to save us all. He was born to save us all. The little baby boy was born in Bethlehem, born to live and die, and then to rise again. He was born to answer heaven's call, born to save us all. He was born to save us all. When the little baby boy was born.
Now, you do realize that I'm no FBI agent, but it's quite clear that Mr. Sherlock Watson is starting to perspire a little bit. What do you think he's wondering about right now?
I never wondered.
Then what are you doing?
I'm pondering.
Pondering what?
Why
Why did I ever take this case?
I know.
Shh. Lower.
Ooh, someone's getting a little testy, don't you think? Let's listen as Sherlock goes on over his evidence.
My background check proves that the baby has a royal bloodline of the King of the Jews. Check. And the shepherds were actually eyewitnesses of the baby's birth in Bethlehem.
Check.
And the angels confirmed that the little baby boy was sent from heaven's throne was...
Savior of the world. Check. Oh boy, Herod's not gonna like this.
Poor Sherlock, you can just tell that his nerves are getting frazzled. He knows that this baby's birth was going to be bad news for Herod, he thinks.
Knows.
He knows. It's time to find those kings.
Why don't you just Google Wiseman?
Nothing. It just showed a song.
Look, Look at the words.
Of course, glad I thought of it. We three kings are Orient, are. Bearing gifts, we travel so far. Hey, I wonder what gifts they brought the baby.
Gold. Frankincense.
Myrrh.
Really sure doesn't sound like gifts for a baby.
Well, for this baby, these are the perfect gifts.
For a baby who was born the King of Kings.
Well, why didn't you three return to Herod like he ordered you to do?
Really? Are you asking for real?
Yes, for real. If you three guys had returned like you said I wouldn't be in this awful position. Herod wants to worship the baby. He said so.
He wasn't the worshiping type, if you know what I mean.
Clearly he wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all agree that these were the very three wise men, and even today it would be wise to follow their example.
I will be just you, wait and see. A wise man's life for me. Found the king, he's my everything. A wise man's life for me. I'm a true seeker, I'm a believer. I want the world to see. I'm a follower, I'm a worshiper. I said a wise man's life for me. I'll be filled with joy and I will rejoice. I'll bow before my King. Lord, I live for you, for I trust in you. A wise man's life for me. They traveled from afar, led by a shining star. They found the child, the King of Kings. And even still today, your light will guide the way to you, my Lord, the King of Kings. I'm a true seeker, I'm a believer. I want the world to see. I'm a follower, I'm a worshiper. I said a wise man's life for me.
The wisest thing that you or I could ever do is to worship God in spirit and truth.
I said the wisest thing that you or I could ever do is to worship God in spirit and truth. They left a different way, they never be the same, for they had met the King of Kings. And I won't be the same, my life's forever changed. I too have met the King of Kings. I'll be filled with joy and I will rejoice. I'll bow before my King. Lord, I'll live for you, for I trust in you. A wise man's life for me. I will be just you, wait and see. A wise man's life for me. Found the King, he's my everything. A wise man's life for me.
Is it hot in here or is it just me? My heart is pounding out of my chest, my pulse is racing, I'm feeling very dizzy.
Shh. Now calm down, just breathe. I know you're under a lot of pressure, Sherlock, but I think I know someone you should talk to.
Yeah, who? Dr. Phil? Nancy Grace?
No, silly, my cousin Vinny. He and his wife went on a inn on the opposite side of town. And well, it's the inn where the baby was born. Not actually in the inn, but in their stable.
What? Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
Well, it's because all Vinny ever says is, if I knew then what I know now, and I never understood what it meant until, well, now. After all the evidence, it makes sense.
Wait a minute, don't jump to conclusions here. How do I get in touch with Vinny? Time is running out. His roll meter is probably blowing his stack right now, and I'm going to be toast.
So you'll notice that Sherlock and the librarian have become partners in crime solving. Their next search will be for Cousin Vinny, the innkeeper, and his wife. Their story will touch Sherlock in a personal way.
If I knew then what I know now, things would be different
born somehow. I gladly offer him the best that I could give. If only I knew then what I know now. If I knew then what I know now. Before the manger bed I'd bow, just like the shepherds filled with wonder at the sight, the miracle of heaven born that night.
Whoever thought that a manger stall would cradle the King and the Lord of all? And who would have thought on that wondrous night heaven would send us a holy light? Now we know more than they did then.
More than they did then.
About the child of Bethlehem.
About the child of Bethlehem.
He is my Savior, and I worship Him alone. I choose for Him to make my heart His home. Now we know more than they did then. We know more than they did then. Our Lord will come again. One day our Lord will come again, not as a baby in a bed of hay and straw, but as the mighty King and Lord of all.
And she gave birth to her firstborn, a son, wrapped in a cloth, placed him in the manger because there was no room in the inn. There were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over the flocks by night, and suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared to them.
Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy for all people.
Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born.
Praise the Lord. Who would have thought He would change my heart, forgive all my sin, make a brand new start? And who would have thought that a lowly birth one day would reign over all the earth?
If I knew then what I know now.
Before his manger bed I bow, bed I bow.
Just like the shepherds filled with wonder at the sight, the miracle of heaven born that night. The miracle of heaven born that night.
The question is, will a miracle in Sherlock be born tonight?
Hey Sherlock, what you gonna do? Hey Sherlock, what's your next move?
Hey Sherlock, what you gonna do? Hey Sherlock, what's your next move? Like the wise men, will you leave another way? Who will you serve? Will you serve today?
Sherlock found the facts. He studied the prophecies in the Holy Scriptures. He reviewed the first-hand stories of the shepherds and the innkeeper. The angel's announcement amazed him, and he marveled at the wisdom of the wise men. And now it was time for him to make a choice. What would he do?
was really from the line of David, from the tribe of Father Abraham. From the mystery of history we found out he was really born in Bethlehem. Now all of heaven is filled with joy. You made your heart his home. You can't go back to Herod now. You worship Christ alone. There comes a point when you must decide who you will serve with your life. So look beyond the world that you see. You have a higher calling to a higher king. There
He
comes
was
a
really
point
from
when
the
you
line
must
of
decide
David,
who you
from
will
the
serve
tribe of
with
Father
your life.
Abraham.
So
From
look
the
beyond
mystery
the
of
world
history
that you
we'll
see.
find out he was really born in Bethlehem.
We have decided to follow Jesus. We are the children of royalty. We have decided to follow Jesus. A higher calling to a higher king.
So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after watching Sherlock's investigation, well, I was wondering if some of you might be ready to make a decision. Do you have a higher calling to a higher king? This could be your very first real Christmas.
Find unto us a child is born.
Unto us a son is given.
And he will be called
Wonderful Counselor,
Mighty God,
Everlasting
Counselor,
Father,
Prince of Peace.
Jesus, the King of Kings.